Pratte Kdka, we're at Oak Hill Stadium getting ready for some football talk with John McCouga, the head coach of New Brighton. But I wanted to take time to tie in something that I've been very passionate in talking about on the radio, about why I believe the Nippon Steel Deal has to get done. Now, the reason I'm talking about that here at a football field, this could be at any football field in the WPIAL, in the Mon Valley or the Beaver Valley, the Ohio Valley. The numbers have changed in a big way when it comes to enrollment at some of these smaller schools. New Brighton, a Class 2A football school. Look, I remember a time when New Brighton would play here when I was a kid growing up in the 60s, that if you didn't get here a few hours before the game, you were going to have a tough time getting a seat. And if you were going to be standing along the fence, you were going to have an even more difficult time viewing the game, because that was usually about 12 deep. The enrollment numbers were a lot higher back then because of the steel industry, and all of the jobs were in this region. Jones and Laughlin Steel, Crucible Steel, Bethlehem Steel, American Bridge. So what's the reasoning behind me mentioning those four? They're all gone. The one icon that still stands and many people still employed here in the valley is U.S. Steel. And there's no place in this region that you cannot go that when you talk about the steel industry, the icon U.S. Steel's name always seems to come up. Look, this is a big deal. The possibility of $1 billion going into the Mon Valley that will do wonders for that community, but we will all reap the benefits from it. And the $14.9 billion deal that's on the table between Nippon and U.S. Steel will benefit everyone, but not just those who work in the steel mill. They'll be helping people who are members of the Teamsters and drive trucks, work for that local railroad, whether it be Norfolk Southern or CSX, work on one of the mighty rivers from the Ohio River, the Mon, Youghiogheny, or the Allegheny, and push those incredible barges full of all sorts of resources to those plants, and in particular, the one that is known as Edgar Thomson. If you want a stronger foundation when it comes to brick and mortar, roads and bridges, and schools, public schools like New Brighton, to keep their enrollment and to even grow so you can continue to have Friday night lights and keep communities together and put them in stadiums like this, you need those jobs. So tonight on my program, we're going to talk about the sheer numbers, and especially during this election campaign, on why we need to be thinking about issues when it comes to job creation. It was the jobs of the greatest generation that made these schools like New Brighton strong, and it'll be the jobs that we leave behind the baby boomers for the next generation to continue to keep these schools strong. Our amazing teachers need the tools to teach our incredible young students, but we also need time to be able to enjoy as a community, whether it's that home or away team. And that's what Friday Night Lights is all about. And that's why a good deal will be just that for both sides, I believe, if Nippon Steel and U.S. Steel get this deal done. More tonight with your Pratte Kdka after local news at 6 on KDKA, 100.1 FM, AM 1020. And if you want to share some comments with me, whether you be from New Brighton, Beaver Falls, or Elwood City, or any of the other schools from the Mon Valley to the Ohio Valley, you remember when the mills were booming, what it was like. And when stands like these that are empty during this beautiful sun-drenched afternoon in Western Pennsylvania, when the lights would come on Friday night, it was a sea of people filling up those stands, enjoying the great game that is King football. We have to continue to secure the future for future generations. It's our obligation. More tonight on KDKA, 100.1 FM, AM 1020. And if you don't have that Odyssey app for your phone, get it. It's absolutely free. Download it. So wherever we are on that Friday night, that Power of Bowser Friday night football action, you can enjoy it with us. And for everything that's making news and for things that you want to talk about, you can join us at KDKA, 100.1 FM, AM 1020. It's your Pratte Kdka. Good afternoon from Oak Hill Field in New Brighton, Pennsylvania.